Welcome back, everyone. This is MandoAllDay, back with another video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Hawkman and Dr. Fate from the Black Adam movie wave. As always, we're going to be taking a look at the figure itself in terms of the articulation, sculpture, and paint, and if it's worth your purchase or not. But before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button to not only support the channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So let's take a look at the figure inside the box. We'll start off with Hawkman. We'll push Dr. Fate on the side. So we'll start with Hawkman. So this is what the front of the box looks like. Sorry for the glare. The side. The back. I really dig the back. The other side. Top. And bottom. Alright, now let's take a look at Dr. Fate. The front of the box looks like. The side. The back, the other side, top, and bottom. And I gotta say, this look awesome. The pack look really cool. I dig it. And McFarlane, if you're watching this, I hope you continue with this animated or cartoony or comic like kind of filter or however you want to call it for the cards, instead of having the figure itself. Have something like this. Looks really cool, and I hope you continue with this. So again, McFarlane, if you're watching this video, please continue with this. This looks really cool. But that's just my opinion. Alright, so now let's take a look at the figure itself and the accessories that it comes with. Alright, let's take a look at the accessories that it comes with. As always, you do come with a card. So this is what the front of the card looks like for Hawkman. The back. And Hawkman does come with the mace, which I gotta say, even the mace looks pretty detailed too. Not here so much of inside here. I wish my camera, oh, there you go, you guys can see hopefully a little design in there. You get pretty detail as well to the mace, and I dig it, man. This is a pretty detailed mace. Look at all that. It looks really cool. And it does come with a regular stab. So let's take a look at Hawkman. And you also too, you can remove these as well too. So they're just pretty simple. You can see, just pop it out, pop it in. But let's take a look at the figure itself. We'll just take it out so you guys can see for right now. See? Like that. And we'll take them off for now. So let's take a look at the figure itself. And I gotta say, the figure looks very good, man. I really like the figure. There's only one downside to it. And I'll show you guys in a bit, which I'm a bit concerned. And not concerned, but it looks good, but it's like, oh. But you'll see what I mean. So let's take a look at the head. So the head sculpt looks very good, very detailed here. All that right there, even the mouthpiece, the lips painted, the eyes look very good. I like the texture feel of it too. I like it's a little bit loose here, almost like a feather-like. Overall, head sculpture is very good. Also here you can see the stitching as well too. So I gotta say, the detail for the head sculpture is very good. The paint's good. Articulation is good. And I dig the head sculpture and paint. So good job, McFarlane, on this. Now, as I mentioned, not so much concern, but it's like, is the gap. There is a small gap right there. You can see that right there perfectly. There is a gap in the head, unfortunately. So when you twist it a certain way, you can see the actual joint, which is not bad, but unfortunately you can't really cover it up either way. So when you have it straight like this, you can still see the gap. See that right there? So again, it's not bad, but it's kind of like, oh man, it's almost like it could have been a really cool figure, but this is kind of a 1 point down, because again, little things like this make a difference. And man, this is a good Hawkman so far. I'm liking it so far, but I wish it was, you know what I mean? Hopefully it makes sense what I'm referring to, but it is what it is. Let's take a look at the arm. So shoulder articulation is good. His right arm is a lot better in terms of the articulation. You can lift the left arm, but you kind of have to force it a little bit. Keep that in mind because of this piece right here. Bicep articulation good on both sides. Elbows good. Arm pieces good. Wrist, they do flex. There we go. Good. I do like how the armor pieces are different. I mean, his arms are different. So his right hand has this. His left arm has that. gold piece, armor piece right there. And it looks very, very good, man. Articulation's good, paint's good. The design and sculpture is very, very cool. I like how this is different here on his left hand compared to his right. Overall, I gotta say, the arm articulation, the armor pieces look very good. The back looks very simple back. Obviously, the holes for the wings. So overall, upper body very good. Even this chest plate is good too. The textures, you kind of feel it has a little bit of a texture to it, as you can see right there. I do like the damage pieces. I wish it was a bit painted right there, but again, for the price of $20, you can get a full-on detail. Again, this is $20 for $19.99. Torso articulation is, hardly any, unfortunately. But overall, upper body looks very, very cool, and I dig it. Even this piece right here, it's kind of loose a little bit, but overall, I dig this upper body. It looks very good. Paint's good, but again, the big downside is going to be that head gap. So I understand if some people don't like that, and they're going to make it a big deal. I get it. I'm not making fun of you or anything. I understand where you're coming from. It is unfortunate, but it is what it is. And again, for $20, I can live with that. Now let's take a look at the lower body. So the paint, very good. I do like the texture feel of it too. I like how the gold continues on even right here too. And it continues on right there. Articulation legs, it's good. Elbows, knees, good. I like the armor pieces. I like his boot, very, very good. All that design right there as well. And unfortunately, mine, there you go, you can see it right there. That ankle joint is kind of a bit of a concern. It's not too bad, but something to be aware of. Again, I'm not going to make it a big deal, but again, this is probably just my figure, that little gap right there. I'm hoping it is, because if it's every other's, then it's a bit concerning. But overall, the paint's very good on this figure. I do like this figure a lot. Like, again, the downside is that gap. Now let's take a look at the wings with it. And again, they're very simple to put on. Just stick it in the hole. And just like so. Now, do keep in mind that when you stick it in, it does add some weight to it too. Now, one thing to note is that when you have it like this, it kind of hits it right there. So when you have the wings all the way on top, it's going to hit. You can make it avoid by looking down, and it looks a lot cleaner. Obviously, you can have the wings like this. There's enough clearance right here. But overall, very good figure, man. I really dig this figure a lot. It looks good. The paint it looks very good. I do like the wings. The wings look very, very detailed. It makes this figure really stand out. And again, the paint throughout this all wings looks very, very, very good, man. And yes, I dig this figure a lot. This is a fantastic figure. The paint's good. Articulation's good. Everything about this figure is good, apart from that one thing, which I said, that little gap right there. Is it a big deal, or is it a deal breaker? For some, I can understand. They probably will. It will be a deal breaker. For me, I'm okay with it. It's unfortunate, but everything else looks very good. And I gotta say, McFarlane did a really good job with this figure. Thumbs up for me. And yes, I would highly recommend getting the Hawkman from the Black Adam wave, in my opinion. Really, really good figure. And again, I really dig it, man. It looks really cool. And the cool thing is, this is a different figure. You finally got a Hawkman. So that's that. Now let's take a look at Dr. Fate. So Dr. Fate comes with no accessories, but it does come with a stand. And I believe I showed the card already for Dr. Fate. If not, here we go. Front of the card and back. Alright, so let's take a look at Dr. Fate. And one thing compared to Hawkman is the paint looks stunning on this figure. And what makes this figure look really, really, really good is the details. And I'll go over that in a bit. So let's take a look at the helmet. Helmet is pretty simple. It has like a lot of weird design to it. I like it. I dig it. I think it looks very, very cool. The ears on this side, I'm not too sure if it's supposed to be like that. I don't think so, but actually, yeah, it's perfectly fine. Because look, if you notice here, there's a small gap. Here, there's none. But Overall, the helmet looks very cool design. I really like it. I know some people are upset about it because it's not proportionate. I understand that, but again, Dr. Fate's helmet, it can not always the same. Articulation up and down, there's hardly any, but left and right, very good. So overall, the paint's good. The sculpture of the helmet is not bad, but not good. It's kind of like the middle. Like, okay, I can work with this. Articulation, left and right, good. Up or down, not so good. All right, let's take a look at the shoulders. Actually, you can lift them, but you have to force it a little bit. So keep that in mind. Biceps, good. Elbows, good. Wrists, of course, good. Overall, very good articulation and paint. But what really stands out a lot for this figure is going to be that small, oh, look at all that detail. That is fantastic detail. Just look at all that. All that detail. Now again, my camera is not picking up the amount of detail, but I'm telling you, there's like different designs in here. Looks like, unfortunately, my camera can't pick it up, but looks like there's like little rabbits or something, or little animals there on it, and it looks stunning. And that's throughout the whole entire body. Look at that. All the small detail. It looks really, really cool. Look at that. You can see it on the legs perfectly, even better now. See all that detail? Now, in terms of accessories, like I said, Hawkman does come with accessories, but the detail on the legs and the body is just stunning. The design, the paint looks very, very good, man. This is a fantastic looking figure, and just, again, I'm emphasizing on the small detail because for $19.99, you get this detail, and the paint looks good. Even on the cape, the paint looks very good. It has a little bit of gloss to it. The back has the texture as well too, and it has the Dr. Fate. See that right there? Dr. Fate logo. It looks very, very good, man. And again, for $20, come on. I know people like complain like small little nicks and crevices, but for $20, look at all this detail. Come on, look at all that right there. You can see it perfectly right there. That is a fantastic detail, man. Torso, a lot better than compared to Hawkman. Leg articulation, good. Knees, good. And of course, ankles, good. Even the paint on the legs look very good too. I do like how it's like a weird design, but it's also, you can kind of see through it. It's not just one solid gold piece. It has some design to it as well too, and I dig it even here as well too. Even on the legs, it's consistent as well too. Right here, see the little gap in the design. Look very, very good too. And I gotta say, fantastic figure, man. Again, you have to see this in person. The camera does not do it justice, and it just looks very good. And for $20, $20 or $19.99 for all the smart asses, it looks very good, man. I just, this is going to be one of those figures that people are going to buy, apart from Black Adam. And I gotta say, fantastic figure. And yes, I would highly recommend getting this figure as well too, along with Hawkman himself. But this is a fantastic figure, man. I cannot praise this enough, and I'm praising it a lot because, again, it looks very, very good. Now, unfortunately, I don't have my Dr. Fate from the Injustice game. Hopefully it doesn't fall, so I can't compare it. But overall, I gotta say, much better. This is a much better figure compared to the Dr. Fate Injustice 2. Obviously, if you get Dr. Fate from the Injustice 2 for like maybe $10, I don't know, but it's still a pretty good deal. It's a good figure, but this one, all that detail, fantastic figure. Now, the main question, which one would I prefer? Hawkman or Dr. Fate? And I gotta say, I'm going for Dr. Fate. Hawkman is cool. I like Hawkman. It looks very good, but a couple of things. One, that gap. I'm sorry, it is kind of a downer. It's not, for me, it's okay with it. I'm willing to work with it, but again, it's the small little things that make a difference. It's the small thing right here that makes a difference for me. And unfortunately, this is maybe just my figure, the little gap on the ankle, but apart from that, I gotta say, the Dr. Fate looks good, the paint's good, all that detail on the legs look fantastic, man. And again, I cannot stress this enough. You have to see this figure in person. And I guarantee it, if you see this figure in person, you're probably going to buy it because it looks that good. And yes, it does look that good. So in my opinion, if you had to choose only one, go for the Dr. Fate. I think it's probably the better figure. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with me on this figure? Do you plan on getting these figures, or you would purchase these figures? Leave it in the comment section below. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button to not only support the channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So this includes an overview of Hawkman and Dr. Fate from the Black Adam movie wave, and on to the next one.